as the golfster, Jay Goff.
Starting in position number 7, they refer to themselves as the Whiz Kids. He'll be sitting behind the wheel of the Shovel Shop Spirits. Number 28 from Westwood, Massachusetts, Al Wizialko.
This driver trying to bounce back from a tough week a week ago at car number 92. He is from Munson, Mass. in a competitive Edge Coatings car, Dan Wesson.
Paul French brings us the RH2A Radio number 2 car for Joey Graff.
These drivers had a habit of finishing in the podium, car number 95 in the Anglaise Racing Enterprises car, Vinny Anglaise.
Tony Membrino, car 44, Joey Farino, the 87, Keith Caruso, the 06, Norm Sears, the number 8, Sean Mandel, the 66, Ryan Charland, the number 1, Andrew Less, the number 72, Mark Alkus, the 89, and Marcello Rafano will pick up at the rear of the field. Mad scramble down the back straightaway, heavy contact, and the Whiz Kid, Al Wizialko, is in trouble with car number 28. He tries to get it fired back up, and we've got one lap in the record books. Who's it going to be in turn 2?
Wesley Parker is able to get in the jet stream, and he gets around Ted Payne. David Arute in third, Nice is fourth. Carlos Gray started up at the front. He has lost about 8 positions since the green flag is dropped. And now trying to make a good move is Jay Goff as he gets into the inside of Carlos Gray.
Look at David Arute. He just went to the outside of Kane. Arute now moves into the runner-up spot. Meanwhile, here comes Knees. Trouble now. Marcello Rafano is stopped on the bottom of turns 1 and 2, and that will bring out a caution.
Will arrive alive.
We sure do. And of course, from the starter stand, Chris Scambato, third generation of Scambatos, giving him the crossover sign. Beautiful sunset tonight, creating a little ambiance for this evening's program here at the Stafford Motor Speedway. Lights are off on the safety vehicle at the point, provided by Whelen Engineering. First name in light, sirens, and safety services used throughout the world. Whelen Engineering, official sponsors of the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour and the Whelen All-American Series. Get back, get ready, because we are about to get them fired back up. The junior stars of NASCAR in the SK lights are about to go up through the gears. Chris Scambato scares them down, and there is the green, and Wesley Prucker has a slight advantage to the bottom of turn 1.
He has some velo in that number 22 car. Second is a toss-up for a moment, but now David Arute asserts himself over Ted Payne, and Payne has to worry about the presence of Fred Nice, who tap dances to the outside of the 31.
He does a 1-2 step, and that will give him almost the third spot. Now he's been there and done that. Here comes the number 07 machine, creating some noise. That's Jay Goff. Goff tries to follow Knees through. Meanwhile, who else is coming to the front of the class? As the cream is starting to rise, Joe Graff is making his presence known. He's in the 6th position with the number 2 car. All of a sudden behind them, perhaps the battle of 2016. It is Membrino who goes to the outside of Carlos Gray. Fastest car on the racetrack, David Arute, 20.277. 20.277. Trouble now. We've got Daniel Wesson involved in a jingle, but is able to pull away. Joey Farino is in the middle of that, and that is going to cost him in the point standings unless he's able.
How was it?
Yes, he is.
Actually, Garrett, Guy's son. But it was great. Bob Potter's a real shoe out there. I'd like to thank my mom and dad for giving me the fastest birthday present on the face of the earth. Stafford Motor Speedway for giving us this unique opportunity to do that. And it's always great being here with the Modifieds. I've been around them my entire life, and now I got to drive one. Very nice. I love it, and I would recommend it to anyone else.
There he is, Garrett, man. Congratulations, and thank you, Bob Potter. Napa 2-seater, folks, get your ticket to ride.
Well,
I like what he said.
Yeah,
the fastest birthday present of all time.
Yes, sir. Garrett's a good kid. Congratulations to him. And let's see what's going to happen. About ready to get it fired all back up again. Here they come, Matt. And there is the green, and Wesley Prucker. Oh, Knees is in trouble. He makes contact with Caruso.
Comes
back across. And man, the number 66 machine is involved in the middle of all of that as well for Sean Mandel. And Joey Farino somehow barely missed it, and we're not sure if Daniel Wesson was as lucky as two on your phone through Periscope. And then we can see the Knees car. And another car went sliding. I believe that was the Ted Kane car, which was involved in that mix-up as well. I'm not quite sure. It was a red car.
It looked like when Nice went around, he got a piece of the 06
Yep.
of Keith Caruso. As Keith Caruso doesn't come here every week, but when he does, he usually has a great run. He's one of those guys that is very quiet in the first half of the race, but comes on strongly in the second half. And if that car was able to avoid serious damage, he will be a threat as we get ready to resume. And let's see what Wesley Prucker can do against David Arute in the rematch. And Prucker is on fire.
He certainly is. And speaking of magic, take a look at Jay Goff with that number 07. He's moved into the third spot. Who's the tail that wags the dog now? And it is the Joe Graff machine, as now Graff sees a little daylight to the inside, and Vinny Anglaise is coming forward, and maybe a surprise to some. We haven't talked much about him. Look at Norm Sears, Matt, with that number 8 car.
The three-time Airsoft champion is trying to take a spot away at the front. David Arute trying to whiplash his way underneath Wesley Prucker, and David Arute is in the lead on lap number 6.
The times don't lie. 20.277. David Arute becomes the new leader of the event. Car number 75 motors away down the back straightaway. Wesley Prucker reels him in like a little cat and mouse action in a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Meanwhile, Joe Graff sets in the third spot. Goff is up to the 4th position, and Vinny Anglaise is up to the top 5. Who are the movers and shakers further back? Well, it looks like Marcello Ruffano is come to life, and Daniel Wesson, he's threading the needle. But for Joey Farino, he's just riding it out for the points. That car must be damaged, Matt.
Yeah, he must have got damaged in that three-way incident.
Oh, trouble.
At turn 4.
Vinny Anglaise is in trouble, Matt. Car number 95 drops off the pace down the front straightaway after running and contending among the top 5 cars.
And Caruso is able to squeeze his way underneath him. It is Graff who got by Goff and moved to the third. Around goes Kane. As Kane, a little revolving door action in the middle of turn 3 and 4. Red at night, sailors delight. Red in the morning, sailors take boarding. So I think the sailors will be delighted tomorrow.
I think you are absolutely right. What a great way to kick off Labor Day weekend. Remember, the 2016 season continues next Friday night with First Responders Night here at the races, with a special discount for first responders with proper identification. Wild Thing Carts on Sunday, September 11th, and the final Friday night program on September 16th. And then don't forget the grand finale of them all coming up on October 1st and 2nd, the Napa Auto Parts Bowl Final.
Even restart between Arute and Prucker, and now Arute slowly pulls away. Jay Goff, this restart was very kind to him as he takes third away from Joe Graff.
Keep your eyes on Graff. Keep your eyes on Marcello Ruffano. He might have got, a little bit upset early in the event, but he is now contending among the top 5 cars. And you know who is just as quick? Daniel Wesson. Wesson has come from the parking lot after being involved in 2 jingles, but Wesley Prucker still holds on for second. 4 cars contending for the same spot on the racetrack. And Joe Graff has moved into second. Who's the tail that wags the dog now, Matt, as they head into turn 1?
And on the inside, it is Marcello Ruffano. He is in the top 3. He has gone from the weeds in turn number 2 to third place, but a hefty lead has been carved open by David Arute, looking for his first career win.
And now, all of a sudden, David Arute's last circuit by 20.065. But guess who is now the fastest lap turned in the race? Marcello Ruffano, 20.007. So Ruffano is coming. And also coming, it is Daniel Wesson, as he works his magic down underneath Vinny Anglaise, but Wesson doesn't have enough giddy up to get there now, but there's still a long way to go with 8 circuits remaining.
Yeah, he's going to try it again at the outside of Anglaise. A little Billy Club action to the back bumper. Norm Sears, one of the feel-good stories of the race, trying to hold off Ryan Charland, and in turn number 2, It is David Arute as he is leading by a cow pasture over the 2-car of Joe Graff. And Arute looking for his first career win, and right now he has the upper hand.
He certainly does. Black flag is being sent out for the number 4 car of Knees. But the battle on the racetrack is currently for second. Graff sitting in the catbird seat. Meanwhile, Marcello Rafano, the comeback kid in this event, he reels him in. Comes close, gives him a smooch to the back bumper. No love affair there. Comes to make the double play. Off the turn, it's still Graff to hold out for second, with Marcello all over him like gum on the bottom of your shoe.
He is looking for room on the inside, and Graff is not giving him anything to work with. Trucker in 4th, followed by the combination of Gaff and Wesson. And David Arute still dictates the pace. Big House USA is on its way.
It certainly is, and it is definitely strong at the front of this field. Meanwhile, Daniel Wesson has shaken off Vinny Anglaise, and Daniel Wesson is up to the 6th spot. Knees finally pulls down on pit road, but out in front, David Arute still dominant with 3 circuits remaining. David Arute has been consistently strong this season. Remember, early in 2016, he completely was involved in a jingle that destroyed the race car, put it back in a week. But tonight, will it be his night? Twirling 2s, 1 mile left in the competition here.
And he is leading by a glacier over the combination of Joe Graff and Marcello Rafano. So a couple of the young guys fighting it out for second. And David Arute has the firepower as he flash dances his way into the corner. When he hits the line, David Arute is 1 lap away from victory.
David Arute is out in front and literally gone from the competition. He heads down the back straightaway. The Big Hoss Racing, number 75. Motors into turn number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Kane goes spinning off the turn, but the double checkers come out, and David Arute will take down the win. Finishing in the runner-up spot is Joey Graff. Marcello Rafano passed more cars than anyone else tonight. And shot the gutter gates.
All right, race fans, give it up for David Arute. He gets it done in the full bodies and now in the modifieds too. SK Light feature winner David Arute. How's it feel?
That was awesome. I'm so happy to stand here in victory lane again. Can't thank everyone. And first off, I got to thank Todd Owen for letting me use his shop, all of his advice. I had no idea about modifieds when I started this season, and he's taught me a lot. I got to thank my crew members, Alex Grab. He is the man. He got this thing set up tonight. He knows how to use these tires. If anyone else needs a tire man, he's only mine, so you can't have him. I got to thank On Time Accounting for coming on at the end of the season. Check them out for all your accounting needs. Big Hoss USA Racing Products, Napa Auto Parts, New England Race Fuel, BFR Chassis, wrong division. Coker Construction, STS Motorsports, BA Museo, Mayberry Material and Handling, Olson Apartments, and everyone else that's helped us out this year.
Dave, once you got the lead, man, it was just a clinic, man. Just hoping that no caution flags, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was hoping there was no cautions there at the end. I just told myself, don't look in the mirror, just keep driving it, and it seemed as though I just kept sending it in the corner harder and harder every time. But that's awesome to stand here in victory lane, especially with the modified.
There he is, folks. SK Modified Light feature winner, David Arute, and what a race that was. Let's talk to our second place finisher. Looks like Joseph Graff in the number 2 car. Coming on strong there, Joe. I tell you what, you had a good run there. The RH2A Radio's number 2 car. Coming towards the front, not quite enough for the Arute machine.
Yeah, David was fast tonight. I had a great car. Paul always gets it perfect. I got to thank Mike from Magnus for the best tranny out there. I got to thank Donnie from Rad for a fantastic motor. Got to thank Alliance Shippers, my parents, Buckeye Construction, RH2A Radios.
Joe, I'll tell you, it had to be a lot of fun out there. You had a lot of close battles, and you had Marcello right on your rear bumper.
Yeah, he was right there the whole race. He's fast. He just started. He's really good. He was right there. I got to congratulate David. It's his first win. He definitely earned it.
All right, folks, there he is, Joe Graff Jr. Congratulations. Put that number 2 car into second place in their SK Light main event. Let's talk to Marcello Rufrano. And Marcello, the Mr. Reuter number 88 car, marching to the front. You started in like the parking lot, it looked like.
Yeah, since we didn't come back last week and we wrecked last week, we had to start in the back. I had a really good car tonight. I was being patient. I was just kind of see what would happen. Soon as we were going to get a caution, maybe had a chance for the leader. But congrats to David in the second place car. It was a really good race tonight, and glad we parked it in victory lane.
How about some sponsors?
Mr. Rooter Plumbing, Romano Landscaping, Latin Awnings, Mr. Rooter Plumbing, Wheeler's Auto Service, and all the contingencies on our side, Stafford Motor Speedway. Thank you.
There he is, folks, some of the top up-and-coming drivers here in our SK Light Modified division.
I'm taking a picture with David.
Well, congratulations goes out to David Arute and the rest.